Oh, wow. There are so many features. How am I going to pack all of this into one video?
Videos, text, websites, animations? This is insane.
We have to make a choice.
Yes, let's focus on the best ones.
Guys, so many features were announced at Canva Create, and I love that Canva is trying to grant the wishes of the community. It means they listen to their users and they really want to provide what people want. And on this slide right here, what you can see are the most important of these new features that were announced, these community wishes that were granted. So what we are going to do in this video, as much as we can, because we don't yet have access to all of these features, but Diana and I are going to let you know what we already know about these features. So this is our What's Hot in Canva, Canva Create 2025 edition. Let's go. One of the things that people ask us as content creator and Canva all the time is to have more options for building more robust websites. And Canva listened, and they announced a new feature related to websites that will allow us to add more pages to our website. So let's start with that. All right, I am here in a website document, and what you see here is simply me creating a website based on a template. I believe it was this template that I mixed with another one, this one, I think. Yes, so I mixed these two templates, created this nice looking landing page or scrolling page. All right, so this is not new. We could do that already. One thing is new though on website. There are actually two novelties. The first one is that you can add sections to your website. Before, what we could do is simply add more pages and they would be kind of added as sections. Now you can do two things. You can add new pages, indeed, but you can add also sections on these pages. So if I click here, it will create a new section. This was previously called a page. Now it's just a section of your page, all right? And each section behaves like pages before. So you can shrink them, make them longer. You can add visuals there. It's just different segmentation of your one page, okay? You can delete them, you can duplicate them, and you can add more sections, either with this button right here or with the add section button, okay? I'm gonna delete this one. Now, the novelty is that you can also add pages. You see, add a page. So that's what I did here. I added a page 2 with some services that my fake business offers, and then a last page, this one right here, with some contact information, okay? And now I'm going to show you what this multi-page, you see I have 3 pages, what this multi-page website looks like when I preview it and also when I publish it, okay? So let's start with preview. So we see my first page, my scroll page, all right? And then I have other pages right here. I can see page 2, page 3. If I click on page 2, I would have access to my second page, and then page 3, my contact page, all right? So this is cool. The mobile experience is similar. We have these little page clickable button here on top. All right, so I'm gonna close that and I want to show you something else. Remember page 1, page 2, page 3. Now, these are not particularly something attractive to click on. It doesn't tell us what it is. So you can actually rename these pages by clicking on the thumbnails right here of your pages and the 3 little dots. You see, if you go to the top, you see page 1. So let's rename page 1 home, and then page 2, let's call page 2 our services, and page 3 should be contact us. Okay, so contact us. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my preview to show you that these buttons have been updated. So that's great. Now we have multi-page websites, which is in itself a really cool feature to have. Now, before I publish the website, let's add yet another page to this website. I want to show you that you can embed media and that it will look great on your website as well. So for example, here I want to embed a video. Okay, so I have my YouTube URL copied in my clipboard, just pasted it here. And let's add this to the dimension of the page. I would like this to play in full screen on my website. Okay, so let's see. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm going to click here and rename this and put like who we are. Okay, let's try this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and publish this website. So when it comes to the publishing menu, publishing options right here, I didn't spot anything new particularly. Okay, so we still have the preview, we still have the resize on mobile, include navigation menu, everything. Let's see the advanced settings. So this is the name, description, the favicon, and the advanced settings here, password protection, search engine visibility, link preview. Okay, everything pretty much is the same as before. So I'm going to go ahead, publish this website. Canva is going to do its thing and make my website ready to view. There we go. I have my link and I can go straight to the website by clicking on that button right here. So let's scroll. That's my first page. I see my other pages here, our services. So these are my services, contact, there you go, and who we are. Okay, so it's not full page and I need to click in order to start this video. Okay, so the video embed was not perfect. I probably need to work on that, but for the rest, my website looks clean and I have all of the buttons here that allow me to maneuver the website. Now, I would like to try something else. You see this button right here, discover more. It's in Spanish, sorry, my template for some reason showed in Spanish. I would like to try and link this button to my second page because why not? Okay, so I'm going to come back to my website. I'm going to try and keep editing this. Go back to first page. So this website right here, I'm going to ungroup this and try to link this button. Okay, you see the link button right here to, yeah, I can actually link this to our services. Perfect. So I chose page 2. I will have to link both the shape and the text box. This is still something I wish Canva would fix. Okay, so there you go. So now my text is underlined. I can un-underline this. There you go. So now both my text box, you see there are two elements here. This shape has my link and the text box also has my link. So I can regroup this. And if I republish this, this button should lead me to page number 2 as well. So not only have the navigation buttons, but also buttons that click to different pages. So this is something important if you are building a website that I wanted to show you. Now, let's fix this video embed here. Let's make sure it is centered on the page. There you go. So this should display more nicely on the page, I imagine. I'm going to publish this again, republish the website, give you a final look at it, and move on to the next feature. All right, click the button, go back to my website. First, I'm going to check the video. Okay, so video is here, who we are. Now it's perfectly displaying in the middle. I can go full screen if I want to, using the little YouTube extend button right here. Okay, so that worked well. Let me go back to home and try this button. Remember, we linked this one to page 2. So there you go. It worked flawlessly. All right, so I hope you guys are happy about this update. I am thrilled about this. I am about to redo my website, my different Canva websites, because I have more than one. And yeah, this is an amazing feature. It's available to everyone. So this is a free feature. So thank you, Canva, for listening and for granting our wish to have multi-page websites. All right, let's move on to presentations now. We have two updates with presentations. The first one is the ability to auto-generate presenter notes using Magic Write. Okay, this feature is going to be a freemium feature because it's using Magic Write, which is a freemium tool in Canva. Reminder, freemium means it will be using the credit system, what Canva calls the AI credit system. So you will have a fixed amount of credits per month. If you are a free user, if you're a pro user, paid user will have more credits, obviously. I believe it is 50 credits for free, 500 per month for pro, but I'm not completely sure about this thing. Everything keeps changing and moving. All right, let me show you how you can generate these notes in your presentation with Magic Write. And for doing so, I'm going to be using this AI generated deck, remember, of my octopus right here. So let's go get into this document. The first thing you need to do is to locate the notes button. Okay, notes will be right here at the bottom left corner of your screen. Again, this is going to be working only for presentation documents at this stage. Maybe Canva brings this to every document type, but for now, it's only for presentations. So when you click here, you will see a button that says Generate Notes. Okay, so let's try it. I'm going to click on it. It's going to think and it's going to start generating. There you go. We have quite a bit of notes, like over 1,000 characters. Welcome everyone. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of octopuses, specifically their unique eating habits. Pause for effect. First, let's acknowledge that octopuses are not just intriguing creatures, they are also highly adaptable in their environment. So there you go. It generated a nice introduction. It understood I'm going to deliver this presentation. So that's really why this is tailor-made for presentation decks. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's try and generate another one from slide number 5, hunting techniques. So let's generate notes, see how it works. There you go. I have once again, like about 1,000 words or 1,000 characters. As we dive into the hunting techniques for octopuses, let's take a moment to appreciate their incredible adaptability. Okay, so we see this on the photo. So it's pretty faithful to what we see here and the little bit of context it has from here. Okay, so there are a few things we can do. You see there's an action button. So I can click the action. I can shorten the notes. I can rewrite them, add more fun or more formal. So I can change the tone of voice and I can also change the length of these notes. Let's make this shorter. So it will regenerate, I imagine, much less words. So about half of the characters. So that's pretty cool. Let's add more fun to this, please, Canva. So basically, you have the power of Magic Write right here in your presenter notes. That is cool because I often use presenter modes, actually. Not when I create tutorials like this one, or I do, but I just have a few bullet points. But when I deliver a workshop or a webinar live with an audience, especially online, I do use presenter notes very often. So the only thing I want to do, so this is supposedly more fun. Octopuses are the ultimate shape-shifting ninjas of the sea. It's definitely a different tone of voice. Yes, what I was saying is I want to see this in action in presenter view, right? So presenter view, there you go. I wonder if I can reshape this directly from here. Let's see if I have access to the tool from here directly. Notes, I don't think I do. So these buttons are the typical buttons. Let's see. Okay, so I don't have access to the Magic Write tool from the presenter view. Okay, that's interesting to know. You will need to do this part of the work from your slide and from the notes button right here. All right, so this was Magic Write for presenter notes. It's a freemium option. Use some of your AI credits. And since we are talking about presentations, there is a second new feature. New, relatively new. I already talked about this in the previous What's Hot episode. I'm talking about offline presenting, aka the possibility to now deliver your presentations even if you are offline, okay? And when I say deliver your presentation, I mean delivering them with all the bells and whistles, like the videos will be playing, the animations will be playing, music, whatever, you know, all the animations, all the time you've poured into creating very cool presentations, all of this will be working offline if you ever have to present in a place where there's a poor internet connection. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to come back to the homepage right here of Canva and find my octopus deck right here. So you need to click on the 3 little dots from the homepage and enable this for offline presenting. So when you do, there will be a little offline syncing thingy going on and then a message design enabled for offline presenting. Now, if I kill my internet, which I'm going to do right now for a sec, okay, turn off the Wi-Fi, there you go. You'll see that my presentation says present offline is still available. So I can click on it and it will still have my animations. You see the animated text right here. Everything still works fine. This is what Canva calls offline presenting. Very useful in my opinion. Let me check TikTok. Oh, no Wi-Fi. And now let's move over the whiteboards category to see a new feature there that is pretty cool. This feature is called Enhanced Diagramming and will allow you, like the name indicates, to create more advanced, beautiful diagrams in an easier way, in a more flowy way, you'll see. So here I have a whiteboard. So all of this is going to apply to whiteboards, okay, this document type. I have a whiteboard with a template that I just slapped on it. What I want you to discover is this tool section right here has been kind of beefed up, improved. Right? Previously, we had this in the Draw tool. It was called Draw Tools. They actually changed the name from Draw to Tools because it's not drawing tools anymore. So these pencils, pens, and color button, but it's actually a bunch of other tools that they have added here. So let's explore them, this menu right here. The first one is the Draw tool. So when you click here, you will basically get to the menu we used to have previously with all the pens. Next, we have Shapes, which is pretty cool. Now we can very easily select and generate a shape from here. Okay, so let me move this here. Actually, let me move down this whiteboard and make more space. So there you go. I have created this shape very easily. Click on it, you can access all of the editing options right here. So this is shape. This is cool because you can now generate your shapes without having to go to your elements and then the shape section right here. Okay, so the tools section actually gives me shortcuts right where I need it. Similarly, lines are right here, so I can create my lines. Okay, let's create lines. For example, a straight line. I'm going to take this one and connect these two elements. And now when I move one, the line is going to move along with it. This is not new. This is something we could already do previously. But I've seen some other types of lines. So this one right here, what we call a elbowed line. Okay, so I can create different elbows like so. And again, connect my elements together. Again, this is not new. What is new is the third type of line right here. So this one allows me to connect my line to wherever I want on this shape, not just the middle or the one that is right here. If I want to connect it here, I can. Let's do this on my triangle as well. You see, I can go wherever I want. So this is pretty cool. And I can also bend the line right here. So this is definitely something new that I can do with these types of lines. What else do I have here in my shortcuts for tools? I have my sticky notes. This is great. I can create sticky notes right from here without having to go to the element section and sticky notes. Okay, that was additional clicks that were not necessary. And now we kind of remove these clicks by having 6 different color sticky notes with the traditional yellow right here. Remember, your text will adapt in size when you scale up and down your sticky notes, which is another novelty as well. All right, cool. What else do we have? We have text. Okay, so text is your traditional text boxes. Now I can see how text would make sense in this menu. Me, to be very honest, I always use the T key on my keyboard to create a text box. So this shortcut, not the most precious to me, but the other ones are pretty cool to have there. And then we have the last one, tables. Interesting. We can now create tables directly from this menu as well for our whiteboard. Let me scale that a little bit. And when I click on a specific cell right here, I can click that button and I have a bunch of different options. I can add a row to add another row if I wanted to. I can move this row up and down. And obviously you can double click on this and start typing stuff. All right, so I think I covered all of these tools, okay, that allow us to create enhanced or improved diagramming right here in whiteboard. I think this idea is really, really good. Canva is removing unnecessary clicks, and that makes me happy. Again, this is available to all users. Now, quickly moving on to another category, to content and the content library. Canva announced 2 new collaborations, 2 new photo collections making their way to the content library. Okay, I wasn't able to find them, but still I wanted to bring you the news right here in this What's Hot episode, special Canva Create edition. I'm talking about the Alamy collection and the Afflow image collection. 2 collections that will allow you to really tell better stories with these photos with these visuals. I believe they will be full of really cool photos with a lot of diversity, a lot of different real life pictures, not stage, like these very cliche, I would say, stock images. We can always count on Canva to find real collections from really awesome photographers. So fortunately, I'm not able to show them to you right now, but I will as soon as I get access. All right, moving on to yet another category, photo editing. There is quite a bit of change there, some improved ways of editing your photos with a clever system of selecting parts of your image. So let's get into that. And once again, it all starts from the homepage. So when you look at the visual suite, so this section right here of the homepage, you will see photo editor button right here with the little new tag. So before, in order to get to the modular photo editor, so without entering the editor, but you could already edit your photos with a pop-up screen, you would have to go to your project, to your images, and then find your images, and then from there, you would be able to edit them. That was quite buried into the Canva menus, right? Now, Canva made it super easy to find and use by adding a shortcut, a button right here to their modular photo editor. When I say modular, it's to show the contrast between editing your photo within the editor, and the modular experience is when you have a new module popping up that doesn't require you to be in the editor. So that's the difference. All right, so let's click on this. And when you do, you will see already a few things that are new. Okay, photo editor has its own section. So auto select, background generator, these two new buttons right here are definitely new features. And I want to show you how they work. So this again is the modular experience. You'll have a similar experience in the editor. I'll quickly show you both. So this is the modular editor. Let's upload a photo. Okay, let's upload this one right here. Okay, so this is a simple photo I've taken from the Canva library. Your photo is still uploading. Okay, so there you go. It's uploaded. The first thing I want to show you is this easy selection kind of feature that allows us to very quickly and very easily select different parts of this image to start modifying it. So this will happen in the adjust button right here. So you click on adjust, and now you see select area. You can select all, so the entire photo, can select with a click. So pretty much making your photos very easy to play with. So previously we had this under Magic Grab or Magic Eraser, which were paid features. But this feature right here, so the Magic Selection, whatever they call it, is free, right? So I can now select my person right here by clicking on it and start tweaking the adjustment right here for the light, the contrast, etc. I'm gonna deselect and show you the other options we have. We have brush, so I could brush over the person, which is not the most precise way of doing this. What else do I have? The foreground and the background. Okay, so foreground will be my person and the background will be this orange background that I had. That's cool. So what can I do when I have the background? You see, you scroll down and you see the color of that background, mustard color. So if I click on it, I can modify the color of the background, just the background. It's not going to mess with the hues of my person here because I have selected the background only. Okay, so let's find a nice color, a nice maybe blue color, like pastel blue color, something cool. I still have a little bit of a glow right here, but I mean, I was able to quickly, let me save this to show you. Maybe the glow will go away. I still see a little bit of the spill orange right here on her hair, because that's probably the most difficult part to get rid of. But it did a pretty good job at changing the color of my background. All right, I can cancel that. Come back to my original photo. There's a few other things I want to show you. So that's adjusting and selecting the area you want to adjust. Okay, if you scroll down, you see, for example, you want to change the color of her hair and you start tweaking these, it will change the entire thing because I have not selected the area I want to adjust. You see, it's still on all. So that's how this first feature works. Now, let me show you the other one, which is even cooler. cooler. All right, so the other one is the background generator. Okay, so you see new. I'm going to click on this. This one is going to be a freemium feature because it works with AI. So what I can do is to simply describe a scene. So I would say an ancient library filled with books and lights coming through a window. You could use the Inspire Me button, but here I'm pretty happy about this. So let's try and generate this. So I will have the AI kicking in at this stage and 4 different variations of my image, my background being generated. So there you go. I have my 4 different variations here, and this is pretty cool, to be honest. Let's find the one that I prefer. This one, I believe. So I'm going to go with this one. And you see this button right here will allow me to adjust the lighting on the main photo, okay, on the topic, the subject of my photo, so the lady in this case. Why is that? Because sometimes when you generate a background, the image kind of looks like it's been slapped on that new AI generated background. Here, it's okay, but I mean, let's try these features. You have 2 levels right here of adjustment of the light, okay? So this button, how is this feature called? There's no name, but it's basically adapting the lighting on my subject so it matches, it blends even better in this new background. The first option is a balanced relight to fit the scene subtly, okay? Or maximum relight to fully adapt to the scene. I'm going to try the maximum relight and see how it goes. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So this is the original and this is the relight, the maximum relight. Let's try the intermediary level. Again, none. None indeed, like there's too much light on the subject. The light is coming from behind her, so she shouldn't be that lit on her face. So, and you see kind of like the golden light piercing more through her hair and also some light being reflected here on her hair. Pay attention to the hair. You see there, and now maximum even more. So this is very cool. I think I can save this. This really helps me create realistic photos with realistic backgrounds. Let me show you from the editor so I can show you a before and after in a better way. This is the original photo. We framed it in a 1:1 aspect ratio. And this is the AI generated background with the modified light. So I really think this is pretty amazing to help us create realistic AI generated photos. Again, this will be the part where you adjust the lighting. And remember that this particular feature, the background generator and the adjustment of the light, is going to be a paid feature only. And guys, those of you who wish to try these new paid features could use this QR code right here to try Canva Pro for free for 30 days. We'll also have a link in the description of the video if you are interested in testing these paid features. All right, let's move on. We have one more category of features to cover. These ones have to do with video. When it comes to video, I always pay particular attention to what Canva releases because I really would like to get to a point where Canva has everything I need to produce my video content. So here at Canva Create, we were announced a bunch of new features. Some of them are already available and we are going to show them to you. Others, unfortunately, are not yet available. So we will mention them, but we are unable to show them to you. So on this slide, I have some data. Okay, so some features will be free, some others will be freemium using the Credit AI unified system. Among the free features, you will find a way to record your voiceovers. Fortunately, couldn't test this one out. You will find a way to balance all of the audio clips in one single video project. This one is available. I'll show it to you in a second. Animated captions. So these are captions where, you know, like the words will be colored as people speak, kind of like a karaoke. And Diana is going to demonstrate that in a second. And then you have the paid or freemium features, AI voice. So this is very cool, a way to generate AI voiceovers with simple prompts, and some new video and photo animations that I couldn't find so far in the video projects. So let's get into that. I'm going to cover the volume balancing and the AI voice, and Diana will take you through the animated captions to wrap up this tutorial. Let's start with the AI voice. All right, this is the more interesting of the two features. features, for me at least, the possibility to generate a voiceover simply with AI, different voices, now being integrated as a native Canva feature. So previously, we had to go through a Canva app to generate an AI voiceover, but now, and that's the novelty, Canva integrated that as a native feature. So this is a video project, important to mention. You see the timeline, and then I have this clip right here of this guy kind of being grateful and looking up to the sky. All right, so AI voice, let me show you where you'll find these. You'll go to your apps button right here. And when you do, you'll see more from Canva. So from here, the first one you'll see will be the AI voice. When you click here, you'll have this interface. Okay, so I have some text already written here that I tested earlier. So thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about this new Canva feature. So that is your text box. You put your text right here that you want the AI voice to narrate. Then you select the voice. I like the little animations for each of the people. Okay, so that is English from the United States. So with this little drop-down arrow, you can select another language or you can search for it. So for example, Spanish. You have your Spanish from Latin America and your Spanish from Spain. Let's go for Alejandro. Okay, but if I do so, if I click here.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about this new Canva feature.
Okay, so you'll have the English text with the Spanish accent, which is not great, but let's find an English voiceover right here. I'm going to delete this so I can find English. I like the search feature. It allows me to work faster. Let's go for Australia. So we have Annie, Brandon, Imogen, and Paul. Okay, let's go for Imogen.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about this new Canva feature.
Okay, Paul.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about this new Canva feature.
Okay, so the voice is not ChatGPT level. It doesn't show that much expression, but I guess this will continue to evolve as more and better voices will make their way up to Canva. Let's try another type of English from the UK, maybe Henry.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about this new Canva feature.
All right, and then let's have fun again. Let's find French from France, Hugo.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about this new Canva feature.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. I can also speak like this if you want. Okay, so yeah, so these are pretty convenient. Let's say I choose something in English. All right, so from the US, let's go for Lisa.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Okay, I can generate the voice. This is where it becomes handy and where the credit will start kicking in and being used and consumed, okay? So once you do, it will generate this audio voice right here. It lasts 5.6 seconds. My video clip is 9.2 seconds, but I can adjust. You see, I can adjust the length of my video clip with the audio clip, which is great. Now, if I play this both.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about these new Canva features.
There you go. So that's a very quick and neat way to add AI voiceovers. I've spotted the same feature in the Canva whiteboard previously. So I imagine you can also use this feature to leave some guidelines to other people in your team, for example. So you could have like, I don't know, like an embedded Canva presentation and give some feedback in audio mode to the rest of your team using this. So yeah, this is a neat little feature. It's not groundbreaking, really. I was expecting maybe some voices that would be more awesome. Like I've really heard some really human sounding AI voices so far with other platforms like ChatGPT, but also there is this other tool I've heard that's the one that most struck me called Sesame. That was really amazing, like human sounding voices. Anyways, this is good. This is moving in the right direction. Let me show you one more feature before I switch over to Diana. The other feature I want to show you is a simple button that allows you to balance the audio of your video project. So in order to do so, I need more clips in here. I have my voiceover, I have my clip. Let's add some music. So let's go straight to the elements and search for some audio. So song, let's find the audio category right here. See all. All right, so you see, you have your shortcut to add an AI voice right here on top of the voiceover. So AI voice. voice will trigger that. Again, back to my elements. Let's add a music. Let's say this one right here.
Guys, we appreciate that you chose us to learn.
Okay, so you see the volume here. The music is too loud compared to my voiceover. So I'm going to try something here. First, I'm going to add a fading effect to my music. So it starts fading in. Okay, let's do something like this. So it doesn't start super loud.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate.
Still too loud compared to my voiceover. So now, can I adjust the volume? I click on the sound volume right here. I don't need to select anything. Just click on the sound volume. And you see this button, balance all. So that's the feature I want to show you. I'm going to click that. And then something changed. You see the sound wave of my song right here became smaller. And the sound wave of my voiceover became bigger. So now I'm going to play that all again.
Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate that you chose us to learn about these new Canva features.
It indeed adjusted the levels, the gains of my different audio tracks on my video project so I could hear both properly. So I love that feature. This is a neat little way of using AI to help me indeed edit my videos faster. Now, I wish I could show you the other features, but I can't. However, I hear Diana here telling me that she has been working from the living room on these karaoke-style captions. So let's switch over to her.
Let me show you some new Canva features that will allow you to edit your text even further. These new features that I want to show you here will allow you to change the position of your text. So you will be able to create superscripts and subscripts. These two are basically characters that are placed above or below the baseline of the text. Like, for example, a short way to write square meters will be M and the 2 above the baseline. Or in H2O or CO2, the 2 is placed below the baseline. Let me show you. You're gonna go to the editor, and here I have 2 different text boxes. If I want to place these 2 above the baseline, I'm going to select this text, and then on the toolbar you are going to select this option, which is advanced formatting, and it is a new feature that was not available on the toolbar before. So you're gonna click here. At the moment you can see that the text position is none, but you can select the superscript from here. Now, to create a subscript, you will follow exactly the same steps. Select the text that you want to place below the baseline, go to advanced formatting, make sure that you are under general, and then from here, select this option. And there are some shortcuts to create these superscripts and subscripts. You are going to select your text, and then simply, if you have a Mac, press Command dot, and if you want to create a subscript, Command comma. Some features that have been highly requested and that we finally have in Canva are kernings and ligatures. And for those of you who don't know what kerning is, this is basically the adjustment of space between specific pairs of letters to improve readability and visual balance. It doesn't change the overall spacing between all letters. That's called tracking, and we do have that feature in Canva, which is another feature. Instead, kerning fine-tunes the distance between certain character pairs that might look too close or too far apart. I have 2 different text boxes in here, and I want to show you how to apply kerning to them. Pay attention in this text box, the space that it is between the T and the O. I can see that it's actually too far apart. So I'm gonna select the text box and then go to advanced formatting. From here, make sure that you go to typography. And in here you have the option to activate kerning. So pay attention to this space. I'm going to activate the kerning, and you will see that the space in between the letters is actually refined now. So let me show you the before and the after. This is the before. Let me show you the after here with kerning. So before and after. Now let me show you another example because I find this one quite interesting. We see that there is actually a lot of space in between the W and the A. So I'm going to create a copy. So we have the original text box, and now this one below I'm going to apply the kerning to. Going again to advanced formatting, typography, and then kerning. And now you can see that the space in between the letters have been improved. Now I want to mention something here because it might happen that you try this feature and you don't see any changes on your text. So why is this happening? Well, kerning only affects fonts that have this predefined kerning kerning pairs? Well, if a font doesn't include this built-in setting, as I already mentioned, this will be visible in fonts that include detailed kerning adjustments. You will also see this in letter pairs like TO or WA, where letter shapes create irregular spacing. You'll be able to see the difference in large font sizes where subtle adjustments become more apparent. Now let's talk about ligatures, which is another feature that many of you have been requesting for a long time. Again, for those of you who are not very familiar with these designer terms, well, ligatures are special character combinations where two or more letters are joined into a single glyph to improve readability and aesthetics. They are commonly used in typography to prevent awkward spacing or collisions between certain letter pairs. Now, let me show you how you can activate this ligature feature. Let me select these two text boxes. You can actually do it with just one box, but I'm going to do the example here using these two. And I'm actually going to duplicate these text boxes so I can show you the before. This is going to be the text without ligature. And then I'm going to show you here the text with ligature. So I'm selecting the two text boxes, then go to advanced formatting, go to typography, and you have ligatures here. So you are going to activate them, and now you see the difference. So now you see here the two Fs, they look okay, but with the ligatures you see that they kind of flow better together. And there are some other fonts that will have extreme changes, like the one that you see on the right. You will see that almost every letter looks different. Pay attention to how the F looks, the T, H, and F, and the ending of the L. Again, ligatures will work if you are using a font that has ligature features built in. Let us know if you want us to share some of these fonts that are available in Canva. I was thinking that maybe if you guys are interested, we can share some of these fonts in a reel or a carousel on our social media accounts. Let us know which kind of format you would like us to share this information, and we'll be happy to do it for you. Another requested feature that we now have available in Canva is text highlighting. At the moment, this feature is only available in docs, so if you want to try it out, go to a doc file, and then from here you are going to select the text that you want to highlight. So I want to highlight this word right here, and then go to the toolbar on top, and you will see the feature, the new feature in here. It is this one. Click here, and this will open this window on the left hand side, and then from here you have some highlight presets. You can use them if you want, but you can also add your own colors from here. So if you want to use the presets, simply use the color that you want, and then if you want to highlight some other words, you can do it like so. Or if you want to use your own colors, you can do it like this. Select your word and then use this plus icon, and you can choose your color from here, or you can insert your hex code in this box. There is another highly requested video feature, and I know that many of you have been requesting because we read your comments, and I know that many of you were asking if it was possible to create this karaoke style or these animated captions in Canva. Well, it is now possible. You're gonna open your video project, and from here go to text. You will see that there is an option called captions. It is under dynamic text, so you're going to select this one. This is going to automatically generate captions for your video, and from here you can select which videos you want to create captions for. So I only have one video in this project. I'm going to leave it as it is, and then simply click generate captions. Okay, my captions are ready, and they took about 1 second to be inserted into my video. So let me check them out. They look like this at the moment. They don't have any animations applied. Now, if you want to add this karaoke style or to animate your captions, you are going to select the caption and then go to animate on the toolbar. This will open a window on the left hand side, and if you scroll down you will see that under element there is this new section called captions, and then from here you have three different options to animate your captions. You have reveal, highlight, or snake. I believe nowadays the most trendy one is highlight, so I'm gonna go for this one. And you will see that if you have a Canva Pro account, a paid account, you can actually change the color of the highlight. So let's go for yellow so we can see clearly this animation. And now let me see how this video looks. Let me show you how I edited this video, inserting full screen videos and photos while maintaining the audio from the main video. Now, what do you think about this feature? I personally think is a game changer.
And that's where we are going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so yet, we have put all of the videos we have created about Canva Create 2025 in this playlist right here.